The 1940s and 50s were an exciting yet terrifying time. Humanity was racing to conquer the final frontier, but first scientists had to answer some big questions. Could living beings survive the extreme conditions of space? Could they handle zero gravity, cosmic radiation, and most importantly, the lack of Wi-Fi? Back then, there were no guarantees about what might happen. Rockets often exploded on the launch pad, and the thought of sending a living being into such uncertainty was both daring and, well, a little questionable. But desperate times call for desperate measures, and apparently desperate fruit flies. Naturally, they turn to animals. Why animals, you ask? Because the aliens refused to fill out the consent forms. Turns out it's hard to explain zero gravity to a dog, but much easier than explaining it to Congress. On February 20th, 1947, the US sent fruit flies aboard a V-2 rocket. These were the first animals in space. They didn't go willingly. They were just tired of being swatted. Fruit flies were chosen because of their simple genetic makeup and small size, making them ideal for studying radiation exposure at high altitudes. Imagine being the first species in space and all you have to show for it is mild radiation exposure. They reached an altitude of 68 miles, technically touching the edge of space. Fruit flies achieve more in one flight than most of us do in a lifetime. Meanwhile, I can't even convince one to leave my kitchen. The data collected from their mission was groundbreaking. Scientists learned how high-altitude radiation affects living organisms. The flies, on the other hand, probably just thought they were on vacation. When they returned, scientists declared it a major success. The flies probably thought we just wanted a vacation and now we're part of history. Fast forward to June 14th, 1949. Meet Albert II, a rhesus monkey and a true overachiever. He went to space before any human and still didn't make the cover of Albert II was chosen because rhesus monkeys are biologically similar to humans. This mission was a big step up from fruit flies. It's like going from playing checkers to chess, except that the chess pieces are now 83 miles above Earth. Albert II soared past the Kármán line, the official boundary of space, and provided scientists with invaluable data about how a primate's body reacts to the extreme conditions of space. Why did Albert II volunteer for space travel? He thought bananas would float up there. Poor guy was disappointed. But sadly, his story didn't have a happy ending. A parachute failure during re-entry led to his untimely death. Albert II's last words were probably, "Next time, double-check the parachutes." His sacrifice wasn't in vain, though. The mission paved the way for human spaceflight and set the stage for many more animal astronauts to follow. While Albert II didn't get a statue, his legacy lives on. Somewhere out there, there's probably a banana-shaped asteroid named in his honor, or at least there should be. Animals in space taught us one thing: no matter where you go, fur gets everywhere. These missions were groundbreaking science, or as the animals probably called it, kidnapping. Imagine being the first creature in space and realizing there's no Wi-Fi up there. Tragic. But beyond the humor, these missions raised important questions. Did we have the right to send these creatures into such risky experiments? Or was this a necessary step to unlock the secrets of the universe? One thing is for sure, without these early pioneers, we might not have made it to the moon, built the International Space Station, or even launched the satellites that power your favorite cat videos. So, the next time you're watching something on YouTube, take a moment to thank Albert II and the fruit flies. They walked, or rather floated, so we could stream. So what do you think? Were these missions a triumph of science or a step too far? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're enjoying this journey through history, be sure to and share this video. Let's keep asking the big questions, and maybe laugh a little along the way. This is just the beginning. In our next episode, we'll introduce you to the Soviet space dogs, pioneers who orbited Earth and even brought puppies into the mix. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because the next chapter of this story is going to the dogs, literally.